Good morning, John Marble here in Oregon. A nice frosty spring day. We're going to take a look at a project we've been working on this winter. It's a conversion from a forestry site into cow pasture. It's a pretty rough piece of ground. The trees that were on here were planted 40 years ago and they were marginally successful. This ground is really wet in the winter, really dry in the summer. And as things have gotten hotter and drier here, the trees begin to falter. So we made the decision to harvest them, and we're going to try and convert this back into grass, which is what it was 40 years ago. The site itself, besides being rough, we had logging equipment in here, and we were able to cut the stumps off at just 2 or 3 inches above the ground, so we'll be driving on top of those for the rest of our life. The remainder of the slash and bark from the trees, we brought in a macerator machine which sort of ground them up and incorporated them into the top few inches of soil. There's a little bit of bare ground showing here. I'm going to be laying down some seed here in a minute. We chose a tall fescue variety called Brutus, which is a pretty rugged customer, and will probably do okay on this site, better than others anyway. So I'm throwing down that seed at about 50 pounds per acre, which is very, very high, but the cost of the seed is relatively low compared to the rest of the project. So we're seeding very heavy, hoping to get some grass seed established. We also have to deal with a severe infestation of Himalayan blackberries. And so we've gotten a pretty good chemical kill on them. It's not 100%, but it looks pretty good. My experience tells me, though, that we'll have to be back in here within a year doing another chemical treatment of them. So that caused the decision not to plant any legumes because they'll get killed in the next application. We also didn't plant any annuals because I don't want the annual grass competing with the fescue. So I'm cautiously optimistic, hope to get some grass growing here. Perhaps we'll graze it in 12 or 16 or 18 months. So it's going to be pretty interesting, and I think I'll go spread some grass, so happy grazing.